right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready, back, ready, back. Coming to you, coming to you. Let's go.
First down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. 17.
In your face.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 4th down, Winston. He gets it to Brown, complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. The 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10, right at the 40.
17. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Easy. Mike 17. Hey, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. The Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Quick. 98 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 95.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
36 power.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this to Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits it to 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think well,
this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
14, Friday.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Let's go double count right here, double count. 98 to Mike. Here we go. Watch 98, watch 98 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch 98. Friday.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Go 14. Check 26. Check. Alert. Check. Spot that. Good touch.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Alert. 198.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 59. Come off the ball. Alert. Off. 65.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
That's how we do it, baby.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike to 59. Here we go. Hey, zero. Good job right there.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offense.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third down, Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that?
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ezekiel Elliott, 83 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Winston now. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You go tight. We go even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, open man is Ross, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Touchdown, defense.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
10th carry now for Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Hold up. Hustle. Mike, check. 59.
Wilson now to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep depth. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Following the interception, Winston. They complete it to Hill. 23 yards on the play. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A throw complete to Dorsett. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Winston here to throw. And that's complete to Brown. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Pardon, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Here's Winston. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Ready? Wait.
On second down, Elliott. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. Maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Third and long for Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
198, watch 98, 98's the mic. Here we go, G. Here I come.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. On first and 10, Winston. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
I got one. 198, watch 98, 98.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll get this to Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
198. That's what I do. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Arizona, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory.